Hey guys, what's up? Serpentine19 here with another player preview. This time I'm going to be looking at The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, a game developed by Ubisoft Montreal, which is known for the Assassin's Creed franchise and Far Cry 3, including the DLC Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. This is Ubisoft Montreal's first venture into the free-to-play space, and they've made this, which is a dungeon crawler with dungeon building aspects to it as well. So they've kind of combined the two in a PvP kind of way. Only it's not really PvP in the truest sense of you actually fighting the other person rather than you fighting their castle and all the traps in their castles and all their monsters and stuff. So on this first screen, every time you log in you'll be presented with this, after the first time you've logged in of course. And it shows you who's tried to take on your dungeon, who's succeeded in beating your dungeon, your castle dungeon, whatever you want to call it, and who lost to it. So I have a couple of wins here, but also a couple of losses, so it's kind of evenly skewed here. I lost some of my items, and I'll go into that a little bit later. So there's the total resources I've lost since I last logged in. So I've actually gained a couple of crowns. As you can see, you lose some, and that's the crowns are kind of like your ranking system in the game. So I'll just show you the options menu. This is actually pretty standard stuff here, but the game doesn't really have that much. Like graphically, it doesn't have that much that needs to be played around with to get it to look good. It already looks really good with the art style they went with, which was this kind of cartoony hand painted style. So yeah, you've got anti-aliasing, ambient occlusion, so if it does run kind of crappy on your system you can turn that down and it should run fine. This runs at around about 50 frames per second on these current settings I have. While recording it's running perfectly at a solid 30 frames per second, so that's great. Vertical sync, don't use that. What's interesting is the foreground and background FPS. I'm not entirely sure what these do, I'm gonna be honest. So this might be something you might want to play around with if you're getting low frames or something. It might help. Sound, everything can be turned off and on, so you can choose what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear, which with a couple of my previous previews I've done was a bit of a hassle, but yeah, this is great. Gameplay, you've got a profanity filter for... You don't actually have like a text chat in the game, but you can send messages to other people, so that just filters out all the swear words and stuff in them. You have a pet in the game that picks up items for you instead of you having to go over to the items all the time, and they've actually just added this system here, which lets you choose what the pet actually picks up in terms of the rarity of the items in the game. So I've just got it set to pick up everything because you can sell them later on anyway, and it's very rare if you run through a dungeon and your inventory gets filled up. So I just take everything and sell them straight after running a dungeon. Alright, so I'll show you the castle building aspect of this first. Going to defend here. Alright, so this is the overview of your castle's dungeon. The people coming to challenge a dungeon will start off in this starting area. The gate will come down and they'll walk in, and they'll have to fight all these monsters here that I've got placed around. Mighty Quest for Epic Loot actually went under a pretty recent revamp of pretty much everything. The whole monster placing system, trap system has been completely reworked. You used to be able to well, each item had like a circle around it. Obviously these still do, but the circle was more opposed to unit numbers. So say this circle would have a number of like 10 or something, and each of these had a value, and you could only place a certain amount of them in that area. But now it's all just based on space. So each unit takes up about, this guy takes up about four squares, this guy takes up about 1 square. So you can place a lot more monsters next to each other. The trap system got a rework in the sense that everything has to be powered by these things, this square thing here. And it comes with 12 energy, 12 power, whatever you want to call it, and powers everything around it. So I've got it here powering a flame turret and it's kind of like a flame mortar thing here, and a mouse trap thing that rolls side to side and knocks you back. There's these totems lying around everywhere. These are people that have tried to go through my dungeon but haven't succeeded and have died. So you can click on them and you'll get a certain amount of resources. So I'll just go through and collect all of these. Yes, there's one there, one there. And I think that's all of them. Oh, no, one down here as well. And you've got these mining wells kind of things here, which over time grant you resources, and these resources are used to buy monsters. Let me click that. That lets you buy monsters and traps and other buildings, and also lets you upgrade buildings here, which are these 4 slots here. So they've got a potion, I've got architect and such, and then you've got the beast monster stuff here, monster portal, which I think I can upgrade. No, I can't. I've got to upgrade my castle's heart. So before this game went through its massive update, it used to have building timers on everything, which was a really bad idea. It made it feel very much like a Facebook game. But they changed that all up now, and it's a lot better for it. When you want to build something, it builds straight away, which means you're not just sitting around waiting forever. Your castle... Can I upgrade? Yes, I can. So as you see, that just upgraded straight away, which is nice. And oh, I don't have enough gold. Oh well. Can I upgrade these? Nope. Alright. My castle is currently being shielded, which is this shield and this... yeah, the shield up here. Once your castle's beaten a certain amount of times, the castle goes into lockdown, which means people can still run your castle's dungeon, but once they get past the main door here and go into your like treasure chests and stuff, these will be locked and you won't lose any of your resources, which is actually a really good way to do it, because if people start spamming your castle and coming back taking all your stuff, you'll just end up with nothing to purchase anything else with. So the system with moving beasts and stuff is really easy. As you can see there, you can't place it directly near things, and you wouldn't want to put it there anyway because your monsters do get damaged by your own traps. So I'll just place him back down. Certain monsters have certain abilities that you can choose. If you change it on one of your monsters, it'll change on all of the same type of monster. So I've currently got them on Floor Punch, which stuns them, which is really useful so that all these other guys can get in there and deal some damage. Oh, I've got another one over here. Oh, switch over. Sweet. And yeah, I've already collected that. So yeah, I'll now show. Actually, now I'll show you the shop first, which is this blacksmith here. So with the blacksmith, you have certain items that you can craft. They are usually they're above average, I'd say, but once you get through on some of the higher level dungeons in your certain level group, see this is leveled from 6 and 11, once you get into the higher level 10 or 11 dungeons, you'll start getting better drops. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, so this one's actually the best one I could use. I'm currently using this one, but this one's slightly better. And it basically works like a Diablo style. They come in rarities, they have special abilities on some of them, like better loot quality, better magic damage, magic armor, and such and stuff like that. So I'll go into an attack and show you guys the action RPG phase of this. So once you go into the attack, you'll be presented with this array of castles. Some of them player owned, some of them AI owned. So the green ones here are AI owned, and they're usually pretty easy to get through, except for the final one. I'm actually in a different area here, but I did a dragon one, which is the boss one for level region map, which is level 5 to 9. Yeah, the dragon here, that one was actually fairly hard to get through, and took quite a few high level gear to get into. While I'm here, I'll show you. So you've got quite a bit of content here up to level 29. I think that's as far as it goes. You can do competitions, which is like speed running certain dungeons, certain AI created dungeons. And then you've got friend zone, which is competing with people on your friends list. So I go back into here and I'll choose a castle. Let's go this one. So this one hasn't been attacked in a while, so it's not locked down. So if I attack it now, I'll get these rewards. I'll still get the XP if I attack it while it's locked down, but I won't get the gold or the life force, I believe it's called. So let's attack it. Usually loads in fairly quickly, and here we go. So you got the skill bar at the bottom there. I've got some stuff on right click and then 1, 2, 3. Oh, I just rotated my camera. The sounds in the game are actually pretty great. Really cool monster sign and spell effect sounds.
Can you smell what the Earl is cooking?
Just get through. Oh, the guy comes in and stuns. Most dungeons at this level will have these cyclopses, because they are pretty strong once they're leveled up. Take that. Oh. Go through here. Looks like I'm gonna be on time. To get the full rewards out of this, you have to find their life force well and their gold well, which can be kind of annoying sometimes because you can hide them fairly easily with these larger dungeons. Oh, this is a boss one.
Right. Spell. Right.
Oh, need some health. So this ability I'm using now is just taking some life from him. Wow, this guy's actually pretty strong. This might be where I lose some of my time in getting those rewards. Die already. Thank you.
My poor battered frame.
Gonna quickly use a health potion here. Oh, he's got a dragon. Oh, this could be bad. There's another.
My head.
Oh, why am I stunned?
Spell. Right.
Yeah.
Thirst is quenched.
That might have been a bad idea. Let's get that health. Yeah, so this was the boss from the last level, the dragon I was talking about. So you can purchase these. Oh, that was a bad ability to use just then. So you can purchase the bosses usually after you've beaten them. Oh, oh, this stun is so long. Oh, almost got him. Come on. So yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get the 4-minute. Oh my god.
Spell. Right.
Another health potion.
A fine.
Get there. What are we at? Oh no, so I'm not gonna get it. So now that I haven't beat the time, I'll get slightly less gold and life force rewards. And slightly less XP as well. And I won't 3-star it either. This guy actually had quite a lot of bosses in his. Come on. There we go. Awesome. And he's put his wells or his mines up here. So that makes things a little bit easier.
Looking good.
So there I just got a star for that. I'll break through this door, get another star, but I won't get the star for the time.
A door will stand in my way.
There we go.
Your treasures.
And time to leave. So this will tell you how much I got from it, which is actually a fair amount. Only 2-starred it, got 12 crowns, and I get a chance to rank it, which gives you a random reward. So I'll give that probably a 3. And then you can leave a comment, but I usually don't. Continue on and see which items I picked up. See if there's anything better I can use. There's usually not, so I just end up selling it all. And see, that was one dungeon and I barely got anything, so really you want your pet picking up everything so you can sell everything. I'll keep that. I don't think there's... What's this? No. So yeah, that's the action RPG or dungeon crawling, however you want to put it, area. You can play as any class except the runaway at the moment, because the runaway is brand new. They're still trying to balance her, In fact, they just did a really big balance change to all their abilities. So that's only for people that have paid for her. And I think it's pre-order bonus or something. I don't think you can actually... Oh no, you can buy her now. So this might take... That's taking too long to load. So yeah, you can quickly switch out to different different characters. So I've leveled up my melee guy here as well. So I'll just check my items again because you get drops for each class. But I don't think there's anything here. Nope. So yeah, I'll show you guys an AI dungeon now. Let's go for a level higher than I am. So let's go 2 levels higher. Yep. Yep, I'm fine with that. So yeah, it does give you a warning when you enter a higher level castle. Alright. So as you can probably see, I don't have my abilities yet. That's because the warrior works on like a fury system, so he gains mana each time he attacks something. I actually probably should have faced, because it was basing it on my castle level, not my character level. So I might actually struggle in here. Oh, I'm only just surviving this. Oh. Nice. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna survive this. Yeah, I'm down. That was a bad idea, going 2 levels up. I'm gonna escape. I'll give him a 4, because why not? Yeah, so when you go to this screen, it's based on your castle level, not your character level. So I shouldn't have been facing them, because I'm a level 6 warrior. So even facing a level 10 would be 4 levels above what I should be facing. So I'll just show you this. So this castle's obviously been recently attacked, so it's now shielded, which means you'll not get as much rewards. They won't lose as much life force and gold, which is handy. I really like the art style in this game. It also complements the kind of the comedy aspect that they're going with it. In the tutorial, it's pretty heavy-handed what they do with your character and the protagonist, I guess you'd call it, with the guy that leases you out the castle and everything. It's very comedy-driven, and it's really well done as well. Like the hand-painted style, it can sometimes be really badly done, but this actually looks really, really, really nice. I'll show you the monsters. So you've got this list of monsters that you can purchase. So I haven't unlocked any more than I had, but the next time I upgrade, I'll be able to get 2 bosses. 3 bosses? No, that guy's not a boss. I'll be able to get 2 bosses, which is a dragon, and I haven't actually encountered this guy yet. I don't actually know what that is. That's interesting. As you can see, there's these numbers next to each monster. You can upgrade these over here at the research lab, which I can't upgrade. But basically when you upgrade them, they'll get extra health, extra damage. They might gain another ability, or their ability might gain another effect to it or something like that. So yeah, you generally want to get these up. So, like for instance, this will get him more physical damage and more health. So I could do that right now if I wanted. I don't have any chickens in my castle because they're pretty much useless. Yeah, they just don't have enough health and they don't have enough damage. You've got a couple of traps here as well. I can't upgrade any of them at the moment. I am waiting for this rotating cannon with 2 flames. The 3 flame one is going to be really good for what I want to do with the dungeon. And springboards have been pretty popular for people building dungeons, because you don't really notice them when you walk over them, and they can spring you right back into a whole lot of flame traps and a whole lot of monsters, and you can get killed fairly quickly that way. I'll just show you the skill trees for the different characters. I'll probably just show you the mage one though, because that's the furthest one I've got through. So there's 3 different like builds you can do. So you got a fire one, an electric one, and kind of like a undead power kind of one, which I still haven't got death bolt, which actually sounds really interesting. I want that one. Some of them are a lot better than others. The one I was using just then, the Vortex Rift, it deals an absolute ton of damage, and it also stuns them, and it's just really, really good. A lot of them, like the electric charge, this one, I guess it could be used for speed runs for the challenges. Then it could be fairly good, but otherwise, with me just trying to level up at the moment, I find no point in using it. Chain lightning I do use because that's just really good, hits a whole lot of enemies and deals a ton of damage. Storm armor is actually pretty viable as well. I don't run it, but I probably should switch back and forth between a couple of them, and this is one I should switch with. It gives you a lot of armor and lasts for quite a while. It's pretty good. I've seen a couple of them use them in my dungeon, and yeah, it's negated a lot of the damage. Then we've got the fire one, which I was going to use this one, but it didn't deal as much as the Vortex Rift, so I got rid of it. I think the one I do use in this is this one, Conflagration. I think I said that right. Yeah, so it deals an area effect damage and time over. Yeah, time damage. I'd forgotten what that was called. Flame Burst. No, Flame Burst is the one I use, yeah. So that's the AoE and overtime damage spell. And what was the other thing I was going to show you? Oh, there's leaderboards in the game. So I'm ranked somewhere in the really, really, really low areas. 35,000. And unranked, so I don't actually know how. Oh, so they must be a really high tier once you reach level cap. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, so I get Minion 3 League at 200 crowns. So that's where the crowns come into play. So I got, so all these guys pretty much have 55, 54 on this gear. Let's see who's first actually. How many crowns? 459. Okay, so that's not too many, considering you get about 10, 12 for succeeding and getting through one. So yeah, that's not too bad. And then you've got your country leaderboards, which I'm doing a little bit better in. And then worldwide, which is one I'm doing fairly terrible at. So yeah, that's the leaderboards. And now I think that's... Oh, and the shop, which took a little while to load last time. I'm hoping it loads a little bit faster. There we go. So the premium currency in this is blings, and as you can see, the price, so $5 to 500, so that's $1 to 100. So these, actually, let's go back to, where is it? Is it this I wanted to look at? No. Where am I wanting to go with this? No. Damn. I don't actually... I've played this quite a bit, but I haven't seen where you can actually... Oh, actually no, I do know where you can do it. Construct rooms. There's a couple of rooms that cost... No? No, I was wrong. Yeah, they've changed this quite a lot, so I'm not actually sure what the premium currency gets you. Oh, here we go, so it gets you boosts. Okay, that makes sense. That's actually a really good way of doing it. So, yeah, magic find boost, that's actually really nice. I should actually probably use a couple of these. Or maybe wait till level cap and use them, because that would probably make more sense. Yeah, so they've fixed this up quite a lot, because you used to be able to buy monsters with the premium currency, and you could end up with really high level and powerful monsters in your dungeon. So yes, that's it, I think. Yes. They recently added this, which is a new targeted attack. So if you know someone that's playing, you can target them and their castle will be unlocked. So if it was previously locked, it'll now unlock and you'll be able to take money from them directly, which is a pretty good feature if you want to screw someone over. There's quite a lot of achievements and such in the game, so there we go. So yeah, I've got a couple of them and working towards quite a few more. It's actually quite a lot there. And then you've got your statistics. So winning streak, how am I not on a winning streak? Lame. Oh well. You can change this hawk, because why not? I think the hawk's actually the archer's thing. I played archer back in closed beta, I believe it was. That was quite a while ago. So yeah, the game's been in closed beta since 2013, and it's now in open beta since early February, I think. Yeah, I think it was the 25th of February that it went into open beta. So now it's available. It's not on Steam. You have to go to their official website to download it and play it. You will need a Uplay account, but unlike with other single player titles that Uplay has been involved in, you don't notice it, mainly because the game is purely online. So there's no problems with that at all. So yes, that's been the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. I'll see you guys next time.